Welcome to the Problem 3 Troubleshooting Trello Proposed Solution. The first problem that you've run into is that some members check in regularly to Trello and others do not. Related to the principles of Agile and Scrum that were mentioned in Module number 1, you could establish a daily stand-up meeting at the same time every day if possible, and select settings in Trello such that alerts will be sent to the users to remind them of due dates and to start a good habit of checking in regularly. Second on the list of problems is that work is tracked on Trello cards, but the work itself is stored on other devices or on other drives. In order to improve this, you could recommend to your team that they edit the cards themselves and attach using the Google Drive the documents themselves. And you can do so here. The third problem listed is that one team member creates cards for every item discussed in meetings. You could show your team how to open the cards up and use the front and the back of the card. So here we see a place where you can add more description. You can also work on your team's naming conventions and make sure that everyone has agreed upon what would constitute something important enough for a card. Make sure that your backlogged items are saved for the reviews at the end of a Scrum or a lesson planning session or a cycle of lessons, or perhaps for a retrospective like at the end of a quarter, and you can look at far in the future work goals. It should be made clear to team members that Trello is not a place to keep meeting minutes. However, you could make a card entitled Meeting Minutes and store documents of such things. You may find that even after using Trello in your lesson planning sessions, the check-ins and discussions still turn into philosophical discussions. Make sure that team members know when it's an appropriate time for these sorts of discussions and reserve them for the reviews, and make sure that the daily stand-up meetings or whatever equivalent you have are just for checking in and checking in on work in progress and making sure everyone has what they need to get the work done. You may also recommend that a designated person be in charge of removing impediments to the workflow. Perhaps a timekeeper could be nominated to keep the meetings moving along. Finally, you might find that priority is not being given to upcoming due dates. I think that you'll find establishing a daily stand-up meeting, setting the settings of Trello to alert users of upcoming due dates, and reviewing the upcoming work on a regular basis can help you establish good habits as a team to make sure that Trello can be used to its full effect. Thank you for listening. Good luck with Trello.